should be more ourselves first as a
Okay.
solution. Like we should stop pretending and start being real human being, like you are in real life.
Yes.
So if you can, first you need to build your personal brand. First need to be you, your stories and stuff like that. Showcase to people your failures, your success, your wins. And after that, when you build a trust, you can start using AI where you can save time for tedious tasks, clone your voice and stuff like that. But before that, you make a strong mark on you, who you are really, and people will trust you, even if you post fully AI post. Like,
Hi, everybody. Those who are watching and listening, welcome back to my channel, Experiences with Anish. So today I have another guest with me who's Sabahudin, who's using AI to completely grow his LinkedIn, and he's helping his clients as well using AI to grow his LinkedIn. Not only AI, but AI is actually, I know, a strategic way that he uses. It's an integral part in his LinkedIn journey. Okay. So if you look at this banner, it's you plus AI plus me equals LinkedIn growth. I really like that. So it's, I know, I wanted to, give a shout out to that. So that was like really good. It's a very, I would say attracting banner is what I think. So today we're going to be diving deep into LinkedIn first. We're going to ask him like, what sort of a strategy that's actually working in LinkedIn, be it algorithm, content types, and all those things. And secondly, we're going to be asking him how does Sabahudin actually uses AI strategically, because currently with all these free versions out there, everybody can use AI to create content, but that doesn't guarantee you success on LinkedIn. There has to be some sort of strategies that you have to follow, right, in order to grow on LinkedIn. So we're going to be diving deep. So thank you so much, Sabahudin, for accepting my invitation and being on my show. So how do you feel?
thank you, Anish. It is my pleasure. And to be honest with you, this is my first ever podcast, and I will remember my whole life.
Oh, awesome, awesome.
Thanks. My name is Sabahudin, and I'm AI-powered content marketer, and I start my journey on LinkedIn last year, around December. So right now it's around 1 year exactly. And to be
Okay.
honest with you, this is my first social media experience where I doing from the business perspective. So basically, when I start this journey, I didn't have idea what I'm gonna do. I just post and think about what's gonna happen next. So right now, I position myself as a content marketer. As I said, I already work with over 15 clients, mostly for AI. I also sell my GPTs this year to over 300 people. It was a GPT
Wow.
system content made that I right now offering for free. And basically the most thing I'm proud of is that I built strong community here on LinkedIn, and that's what I like about LinkedIn. And you
Okay.
as well, my man. I treat you as a friend.
Yeah, exactly. We've both been on, we've both, I think we've been connected for more than 5, 6 months now. So actually in starting stage, he
Yes.
helped me with LinkedIn as well. And I think you've reached now 10K followers on LinkedIn, correct?
Yes. Right
Yeah,
now I'm that.
that's good. That's good to know. Sure. So I think with that, we'll get into the session. Yes. So how do you think LinkedIn has changed from the time you've been on LinkedIn till today? I think you said it's been nearly a year, right, of your journey. So how do you think it has changed
Yes.
from then till today?
Uh, I will tell this from two perspectives, from perspective my side and the LinkedIn generally. But let's say from
Okay.
my side, funny thing,
Mm-hmm.
when I used to post shitty content when I started, which is normal,
Mm-hmm.
and I got tons of engagement for that. Now, when I think I'm gonna share something truly valuable, it flops in term impressions. So, but when I started, I was thinking I need to build my name, share more content. But when LinkedIn killed our reach, and you heard for that and you experienced that as well, it opens my eyes that it's not only about impressions, it's about the mark you leave here, which is the ultimate goal.
Very true.
So uh, I can divide this on two things, like positive and negatives. Like the positive things that are from my side is right now LinkedIn, they push content that align with your positioning, which means if in your headline says, for example, you are a content marketer and you talk about random stuff, they're not gonna push you because it needs to be connected with your headline, your positioning, and your content as well. So that's really
Okay.
good thing from LinkedIn because it's gonna stop a tons of random content, which I was post to be honest with you when I start, and it's okay. Like I didn't know I need to find myself. I need to flop a lot. So also right now we are in an era where it's not enough anymore to have a call to action in your post, such as like DM me leads, DM me this, DM me that. And when I was starting, I saw the people doing that a lot.
Okay.
And right now the market is saturated, and let's say buyer experience and behavior is changed, and it's not enough just to tell them DM in this and DM in that. And that leads that right now you need to create that pre-buying experience for the people, which means this is some type of pre-buying experience as a podcast that you have, Anish. For example, right now you're building your name as a Anish. People see you on the podcast, you share more videos, they experience you like the way how you work before they
Mm-hmm.
decision to buy from you some stuff.
Okay.
That leads also for more webinars, more live events, and more building in public approach. You know, which means everything leads to this pre-buying experience, and your prospect experience you to see how it is work with you. And to
Mm-hmm.
be honest with you, I never done any live event before, which will be my goal for the 2025. Because to be honest with you, I didn't exist. I hide behind my camera. I have some fears. My biggest fear right now is because I cannot speak fluently the English and stuff like that. But I think, okay, like I need to start from somewhere, and so I set this podcast as my first step, to move that fear aside and start
Mm-hmm.
showing myself my face a lot and talk with what I know. And I'm confident that I know a lot because I learned in this year a lot.
Okay.
And the third thing that which is positive about LinkedIn is that now people realize when someone uses AI and
Mm-hmm.
someone doesn't. Like this leads to
Yes.
better approach of using AI. And we will see a lot
Okay.
of great case studies, which means, if you back in the 2023 and ChatGPT when it started, you can publish one post from ChatGPT, copy and paste on LinkedIn, and nobody will notice. But right now, those fluffy words and stuff like that. It's obvious. So
Very true.
basically, this leads to that you need to train more and more your GPT. In this case, in terms of content, right? I'm gonna talk that a little bit more later, but this is just the stuff that I need to mention. The
Okay.
negative things is that feed is saturated, which leads to the random content. Pods group are not stopping, as you can see right now. A lot of pods you have on the posts with those basic comments such as
Mm-hmm.
great post, amazing, and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, I have that experience once a while. I was in one pod group. I think I was around a month, and I didn't know that was a pod group, to be honest with you, because I didn't know about that term as well. And I was thinking
Okay.
like this is a great way to connect with the people, share experience, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, just people sharing, and to see like if you're gonna comment for them. If you're not gonna comment for them, they're not gonna comment to you. So it's a really sad thing.
Okay.
And you know, to be honest with you, also what is negative thing is LinkedIn bans people who say different opinions, like which leads to if every post has positive comment, most of those comments are not real. They just comment to expect you will comment on their post. This means you can get clear a picture if you do something good, worth it,
Mm-hmm.
because everyone is gonna post, oh man, this is great, but is it? Like, please give me negative feedback, because sometimes I like more negative feedback to understand, where I make a mistake and stuff like that. And I think we're missing that part on LinkedIn, to be more, I don't know, to be more open-minded, to start dialogues that gonna open more discussions. Is this okay post or not? What I find valuable or not, and stuff like that. So, and also, most people claim that they will understand the part that if you post something which is great, you will think, okay, this is fantastic. Maybe I can pitch someone. But if you have more negative comments, you can reach those people and tell them, okay, thank you for that negative comment. What do you think? What I can change and stuff like that, which leads to the next stuff thing that you need to reach more people.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. So with that, one thing that you've mentioned is that so you have to put out your face more. And I would first wanted to say that I'm honored, or like I'm happy to have you as the guest which you're accepting, like first guest, right? Being on a show. So I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
And secondly, we are talking about LinkedIn. I mean, there's a lot going on, is what I think. So as you said, now if people put out good content, if they have different opinions, they get restricted, they get banned, right? So that's really. I don't think that's the way it has to actually do it. And I've seen literally many people that's been restricted, that's been banned, and they come back and say that like, what is even LinkedIn trying to do? Correct. So that's one thing. And secondly, people have to understand that now that everybody know how does actually ChatGPT and other AI tools actually sound, right? So they clearly know if your content is actually been completely generated using AI or is it just human written. They can easily find it out just with a glance. So you've got to be very careful there.
Of
So that's
course.
another, that's another good point that people have to take from here. So yeah. So with that, let's get on to the second question, okay? Which is the obvious question. Most people claim that AI can literally help them grow their LinkedIn, start creating content. If that's the case, then everybody would have done it by now, right? So what is actual truth, or like what's the actual scenario of using AI to grow your LinkedIn? Because if you ask myself, even I use AI, but I do not see any sort of AI impact on my LinkedIn growth. It's pure connection, it's pure value driven, all those things. I don't see, I use AI to maybe enhance my content, all right? But I cannot completely contribute to saying that AI is, primarily changing my LinkedIn game forever. I don't say that. So, like, how do you think that is?
You are right. Like, because AI is like a stupid student. Like, when you start using the AI, like, the better input you put, the better output you will get. And it's a brilliant tool. It's like endless river of creativity. But
Yes,
AI can't close your deals on the sales call. So I
very
made a
true, very true.
mistake last year. I skip basic. When I get the question on the call that I don't know the answer, probably because of using too much AI. Because I saw some stuff, but in the real life, like, you get a question that you don't have an answer, and the advice that I want to give everyone, avoid that. Like, do not use AI for everything. I think we should be more ourselves first as a
Okay.
solution. Like, we should stop pretending and start being real human being, like
Mm-hmm.
you are in real life.
Yes.
So, uh, if you can, first you need to build your personal brand. First, need to be you, your stories and stuff like that. Showcase to people your failures, your success, your
Mm-hmm.
wins.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, when you build a trust, you can start using AI, where you can save time for tedious tasks, clone your voice and stuff like that. But before that you make a strong mark on you, who you are really, and people will trust you, even if you post fully AI post. Like if you're gonna train him to sound like you and copy and paste, people will trust you because before that you share some real stories. And to be honest with you, this September I share my really hard story on LinkedIn where I have some health issues and I lost three of my clients that I work with them. And I was thinking, okay, this is maybe the option that I should quit the LinkedIn and that's it, because like it was really hard time for me. And instead of quitting, I put that on the paper and write everything how I feel and put that
Mm-hmm.
post on the LinkedIn. And that was the best performing post ever. To give you the better perspective from this side, before this podcast, I spoke with one person who reached out to me, and she left one really great comment on my post. He recommended me even to his friend, to maybe we
Okay.
can work together. And I asked
Mm-hmm.
her, okay, but I don't know you, like I don't comment on your post, or I didn't see like you comment on my post and stuff like that. And you know what she told me? I still remember your post from September, and when I see how we are doing right now, and in back time
Wow.
that you lose your clients and now you are recovering, like that's something that I really respect, and that is something that I connect with the audience, such as like you. So that opened me eyes, like that post still performed from September, not in terms that is on the LinkedIn, it's in the minds of the people who remember
People.
me that I have really hard times and right now I'm recovering
Very
and
true.
coming back. I didn't quit and stuff like that. So first, the conclusion of this, first being real, then use AI.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it.
So
So yeah, I mean,
that's my answer.
yeah, sure. So actually, to add on to that, right? As you've mentioned, if I see all these people are claiming, right, that's because they've already built in sort of audience. So no matter what sort of content they put, right, people are gonna, trust them. And I literally see people say that, you can literally copy paste this and put it into your LinkedIn newsletter, and it is performing well. That's because they've already built out an audience for them. People already trust them. So now
Yeah.
they don't care if that's been actually generated by AI or it's generated by another tool. That doesn't matter because they already have an audience. It's doing well. But if you try to do a same replica of what they're trying to do, but you don't get anywhere, that's because you don't have any people in the first place to trust you. Then how can you expect, right?
The trust above everything. And to build that trust, to be honest with you, you need to have a audience to spend more content, the more time
Mm-hmm.
on your content, which means if someone is here and then doesn't know you, after a few
Mm-hmm.
months consuming your content, it's somewhere in the middle. And if you start communication with them, they already know what you do and stuff like that. That leads to the two ways. You can build better relationship with them and make a friends, or you can close them as a client because they already trust you, which is the ultimate
Very true.
goal of this LinkedIn, to make money, of course. So the more time they spend, they're gonna trust you more.
Okay. All right. So now, diving deep into this AI aspect. Okay. So like, what do you think is your strategy that people have to use AI to grow their, LinkedIn? So I don't, merely say that, AI is just one thing that you can use to grow. So obviously there are few ways that you can use AI, right? So what sort of strategies or framework that you use and you help with your clients as well?
The strategy for me, if you it is have two scenarios. If you don't have experience, you shouldn't start AI immediately. Like you should first learn specific skill and use AI to embrace it. What I mean by this, if you're gonna create content with AI, for example, first
Mm-hmm.
you should create content by yourself. Flop, fail, so you can learn how to create quality content. Once you learn that, you will understand how to use maximum from AI in terms of content, and you will get full potential with AI. It's the
Okay.
same with DMs. Like if you wanted to have automated messages, like until you first try to deliver personalized message, go on the client prospect profile, analyze, see what is the trigger that you can start
Mm-hmm.
conversation,
Mm-hmm.
then open that conversation with highly personalized message. you cannot expect that you can skip that part and make it automated. To be honest with you, first you need to learn how to make a personalized message. And after fail and try and error, you will understand how you can create automated sequences for your DM strategy. So, like, also you can automate your daily task, but until you ask yourself, okay, how's my boring day looks like? Like, what I can automate it? Like, what the task I don't like to do? And from there you will open perspective, you know, how I can start creating maybe the scenarios in make.com and create automation scenario that will solve specific problem for me and save me 10 hours. If you're gonna jump on the make immediately and okay, I'm gonna to build something, but first ask yourself what you're gonna build. And to ask yourself, as I said, try to understand yourself better, your daily tasks, and from there you will get the idea for your next scenario to automate it. And list goes on. Like for
Mhm.
any specific use case, any specific skills, you know, is the same thing. Never skip the fundamental stuff because you will be just the AI robot. And if you learn skill, develop, then you can embrace with AI. So that's my advice how you can grow your link with AI in terms and everything.
Yeah, sure. That's right. It's that, you should know exactly what you're doing in the first place. You should have that expertise in your hand. And then, as you said, we can enhance it or we can embrace it. We can, make it automated. But as you said, if you do not even know what is actually happening in the first place, then you will not know what AI is doing for you, correct? You cannot actually, uh,
Of
reap the
course.
benefits, or you'll not know exactly what's happening. So that's another thing people have to, look at it. Okay. So, I think we've kind of come to the end of a session. Okay. But I wanted to end this with one more thing, which is how does your actual tool stack look like? Because when it comes to LinkedIn, as far as I know, we have the so-called easy gen, which everybody are endorsing, as far as I have seen, and you have a lot of this AI tools, and you have Phantom Buster, these things to to extract information about your profile and your target audience, and I can go on and on and on. So like, how does that actual tool stack look like for you to grow your LinkedIn, and like, how are you using it?
First of all, I think about this third-party tool. Also, I was used the tools that have third-party tool, and I don't want it to get restricted, but it's okay. I
Okay.
can go risk and save my time. But
Mm-hmm.
that's the one advice that I can give somebody if they gonna start to creating their tool stack. You
Mm-hmm.
know, if you're gonna connect everything on the LinkedIn, it can be really risky for your profile. But it depends on you and your goals, of course. But my tool stack is right now I cancel subscription on ChatGPT. I can proudly say that I move on the cloud, and it's my ultimate tool for content creation. Why? Because cloud is really the way better than ChatGPT in terms of writing.
Yeah.
And
Very true.
right
Very
now
true.
I creating my new content. Yeah, right now I'm creating my new offer and launching my new content system that will be developed by AI, by cloud projects.
Mm-hmm.
And I built it in 15 days. I trained the AI and it's so good. So basically that content strategy is like you take one piece of content or context, sorry, like your personal story, you put into the cloud. Then I have the cloud project that brainstorm ideas. I take that idea and depends on what I want to achieve. I use cloud for my short video scripting. I use cloud for my newsletter writing. I use cloud for my LinkedIn post writing. I use
Mm-hmm.
cloud for lead magnet. So everything is already enhanced, and I took all of them, and which leads to my next tool stack. It's Notion. I create
Okay.
my content workspace on the Notion. I pull all those drafts from cloud projects, put into the Notion, and I start reviewing draft editing and stuff like that, and I moved to my Notion calendar to be ready to post it. The third tool that I use from my tool stack is Condo. It's for DMs. You know, the
Okay.
LinkedIn have a lot of problems with DMs. It's really messy, and the Condo, it's a really great solution. You can label your messages. You can create groups of, I don't know, for example, if you have sponsorship deals, you can make the label with sponsorship deals, and from anyone you talk in your DMs about sponsorship, you can label those person in that group. You can do the same for your ICPs, for your news prospect. Depends on you. You can also make the snippets messages to,
Hmm.
you know, to write faster. You can also directly visit from the Condo the prospect profile. And what I like also about Condo is they have a really good keyboard shortcuts that you don't need to move the mouse at all. You can do it
Oh,
everything from your keyboard. The next tool is Canva. You know, everyone use it. I use it for design. Uh, Whisper AI is really good extension to comment. Like you can use it Whisper to record your voice. For example, I want to comment a lot, but it takes me a lot of time with typing. I just put the Whisper recorder and I record myself and comment on someone post.
okay.
The next tool is Beehive for my newsletter. I also use the Make for automation, but I still
Hmm.
learning those. Relevance as well to learn how to create my AI agents. CapCut for video editing. Rapid Demo, which is my new tool in my tool stack, is for screen recording, where you have that. I don't know, are you familiar with Screen Studio, but it was
Yes.
only for the Mac users, right? You have a Rapid Demo that is really great alternative for Windows user, which means you have automated zoom with your
Wow.
mouse. Whenever you click, it zoom indirectly. Supergrow is my LinkedIn tool for LinkedIn management. I don't know. I use Supergrow basically just to try to find some good content inspiration, and to create some drafts as well. And the next tool is Cleo for content inspiration. Cleo is
Okay.
really good LinkedIn extension where you
Hmm.
can filter your feed better, in terms of comments, likes, I don't know, time. You can clean up your feed. Also, you can land on the profile prospect and Cleo scrape all data from that, and you can see the best performing posts and everything, which leads to that you can use it if you wanted to reach them and make better personal message. You can find easily one post or something they post, like you don't need to scroll whole profile. And the last tool that I use is Folk for my CRM.
Okay. That's awesome. I mean, like, that's a lot, is what I would say, for anyone to use, tools. But yeah, all these tools, even I've been using it, and all these tools that you've mentioned, right? I don't use Supergrow. I don't use any sort of third party for LinkedIn. But apart from that, the most tools that you've mentioned, so I use all of those tools, and like it's like really good, is what I think. So yeah. So I think with that we've come to the end. So is there anything else that you would like to add?
I just wanted to thank you again for inviting me. It was my
Glad.
pleasure, and thank you for pushing me for my comfort zone. And yeah, expect more my videos and live events next year. And
Awesome.
thank you for all of your listeners to come to the end with this podcast.
Yeah, sure. And also in the future, I would love to collaborate with you and, have some sort of hands-on things that you're actually doing. Say, for example, training your cloud projects, those things, that would be like really good and helpful for our audiences. So I would love to do that. Yeah.
Looking forward for it.
Yes. So I think with that, we've come to the end. So thank you, guys. I linked on all the resources and profile of Sahab. Then, you can get to know about him and his profile.